Welcome back to our journey through the life of Seneca. Last time, we left him in the harsh wilderness of Corsica, a philosopher in exile. But fortune, as Seneca knew well, is a fickle mistress. In Chapter 2, we witness one of history's most dramatic reversals, the philosopher in power. Imagine the scene. The year is 49 AD. After 8 long years staring at the Corsican sea, a message arrives. Agrippina the Younger, the new wife of Emperor Claudius, has secured his recall. But this is no simple pardon. It's a job offer. Seneca is to return to the heart of the Roman Empire, not as a disgraced courtier, but as the personal tutor to her young son, Nero. From a barren rock to the gilded halls of the Palatine Hill, it was a dizzying ascent. Suddenly, the man who wrote of embracing poverty found himself one of the wealthiest men in the Roman world. He owned sprawling estates, villas dotting the Italian coast, and had vast sums of money out on loan, earning immense interest. A paradox? Absolutely. And his critics were quick to point it out. How could a Stoic preach simple living while amassing such a fortune? This is where we encounter a key Stoic concept: preferred indifference. Seneca's answer was subtle yet profound. Things like wealth, health, and status are indifferent because they have no bearing on your virtue, your inner goodness, which is the only true good. However, among these indifferents, some are preferred. It's better to be healthy than sick, and better to be wealthy than poor. The caveat was, provided you don't become a slave to these things. Seneca argued that wealth was merely a tool. It could be used for good, to practice generosity, to support friends, and to live without being a burden on others. The true test, he claimed, was not whether you possessed wealth, but whether wealth possessed you. Could you, at a moment's notice, lose it all and remain tranquil? Seneca believed he could. His years in exile were his proof. He had lived with nothing, and he was prepared to do so again. For a time, his influence seemed to work wonders. Alongside the Stoic Praetorian prefect Boris, Seneca guided the young Nero. The first 5 years of Nero's reign became known as the Quinquennium Neronis. It was a period of remarkable stability and just governance. The Senate's authority was respected, and the legal system operated with newfound efficiency. It seemed the philosopher king was finally a reality. Seneca was at the height of his power, a statesman shaping an empire. But this was the imperial court, a place where ambition and paranoia festered in the shadows. Seneca was balancing on a razor's edge, trying to reconcile his public duty with his private philosophy of tranquility and virtue. He was advising a boy, showing disturbing signs, a deep-seated vanity, a cruel streak, and a dangerous impatience with any form of restraint. The golden age was fragile. Seneca found himself composing speeches to justify Nero's increasingly erratic behavior. The moral compromises began to mount. He was trying to steer a ship of state, while the captain was slowly, but surely, going mad. The storm was gathering, and the philosopher was right in its eye. Join us next time, as the darkness in Nero's court truly begins to rise. Thank you for watching.